sipping coffee in my hand, spray of ocean and the sun on my face. And I called up my dad to share the feeling that I had and say the world is such a beautiful place. And he said, son, haven't you seen? It's a catastrophic scene. It's a terrorist attack in our space. And as I turned on the TV, it all happened to me. As I watched our way of life be erased, it was the day that Americans died. It was the day that Americans died. There was fire to the sky, and I started to cry on the day that Americans died. Well, it all seemed so surreal, I didn't know just what to feel. It was sickness and a lump in my throat. As reports were coming in, it had to be Bin Laden. All this anger and this sorrow to emote. Then the buildings all collapsed, all the people white with ash, all the running and the screaming, get away. And I began to understand so much death upon our land, and it left me there with nothing to say. It was the day that America cried. It was the day that America cried. All the innocents who died to keep a madman satisfied on the day that America cried. Celebrating, chanting, God is great. But I couldn't understand how the God of any man could condone an act of such horrific hate. Then the speakers all came round, we all vowed to hunt them down, and they'll pay for this, whoever is to blame. And I wondered if we would, or even if we could, and if we did, would we ever be the same? It was a day of American pride. It was a day of American pride. The flag was flying high and the smoke still filled the sky on that day of American pride. All of Congress holding hands, vowing to protect our land, singing God Bless America on TV. Rescue workers count the dead, CNN to fill our heads, and a heart that aches so deeply inside me. I feel helpless in my skin. Where does healing all begin? Can we ever rebuild all that we have lost? And even if we can make it safe upon our land, will it be worth all the freedoms it will cost? It was the day that America cried. It was the day that America cried. They would not be satisfied till those responsible had died on the day that America cried. Shorebirds were on the beach, feeding just beyond my reach, as they prepared to make their journey far away. And I knew my world had changed, yet the great plan stayed the same, as the flocks flew south in mid-September sun, reflecting white against blue sea. It all seemed so strange to me, so much beauty, yet so much had been undone. It was the day